Come on, baby. वो तो आगे चला गया था। हेलो अली।
Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are just getting started. Cafu.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
And he's picked it up out wide. He's picked his way through. That's very neat. Oh, good steal, he just read it. Cafu has been included in the starting lineup. Does he have a key role to play here, Jim?
Well, what I like most about this fellow, Peter, is the way that he uses his pace to transform defence into attack in the blink of an eye. What's more, if he gets caught out at the other end of the pitch, he's got the acceleration to get back in time to save the day.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Tomori, quality ball.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, he's burst through! Now it's pulling... Goes for a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
India, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Spread to the right. Politano. And he shoots! And he's done it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Please turn your attention to the screen for information provided by the local police.
Time waste of it. इससे जीतना है। हाँ भाई, क्या टीम है बंदी की। ये मैच देखने लायक है। बंदे की टीम देखो, फुल ऑफ लेजेंड्स, फुल ऑफ लेजेंड्स। मेरा देखो ना, मैनेजर है बढ़िया। Thomas Gurpigui. Let's see it out. Come on, baby.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. Esteghlal have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs. But if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can take.
Makaleli, Totti, Rees well. First. Herrero creates a relief as he gets his hands on the ball. India have the chance to go the other way. And it's Kane. India so far providing no real test at all. For the goalkeeper. Totti. Totti will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Totti. Oh, easy pickings there. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, easy pickings there. Havertz. And this is Kane. He is through here. Havertz. And this is Kane. He is through here. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Now it's Kane. Here's a man in form. Strokes it back. Gibbs White. And this is Kane. Here's Makaleli. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Messi. Real chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Nouri. Gibbs White. All right, Nouri. And he's quick to return it. Gibbs White. Makaleli. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And he's taking no chances.
Hello. आदित्य भी घर पे ही है। तो पापा का मोबाइल पर फोन आ रहा है। तू कहाँ है?
Chance here to counter. That looks a... There's the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Ignoring, getting this one clear.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blush.
And that brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So very little to report. Nothing indeed in terms of goals scored.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
अंदर बैठा हुआ है शंकर भैया, क्या कर रहा है, क्या ही करेगा बेचारा।
And we get things going again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And here's Messi. Shot could be on. Messi! What a wonderful goal!
What a way to stamp your authority on this game, Peter. He was clearly thinking several moves ahead of everyone in the lead up to the goal. I was thinking at the break someone had to show real courage. That's it.
After 51 minutes.
That was a given. It always was.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
India have taken the lead.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Havertz. Now it's Kane. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That has not gone well. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows
a look that says it all. A piercing stare. Your
the pass
impression
wasn't
so
good
far,
enough.
Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Well, it's a natural and he's picked it up out wide. Now it's Totti. Can he finish? Goal! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella. It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
प्लेयर ही नहीं है मेरे पास।
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Francesco Totti. Number 8, Ryan Sharkey. Number 21, Baresi.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Esteglal restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Number 17,
Cafu.
Chiellini.
India really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Substitutions taking place.
And he's intervened well there. Nuri.
He's intervened well there. Nuri.
And it's Camavinga. Looking for options for movement. And this is Messi. And the finish!
Looking for options
And
for
a
movement.
neat finish!
This is Messi.
And they get themselves in front!
Finish.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having
India
the
with
composure
the
to
lead.
score is
Well,
another.
it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
With the lead. Well, it's better late
Abdul
than never,
Hamid.
Peter, and that's potentially decisive
India
now.
close now to seeing this one through to the end.
Abdul Hamid. India
No,
close
that's
now
been
to
intercepted.
seeing this one through to the end.
But it is clear to see that he is not
that's
at
been
all happy with
intercepted.
that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Has been
Clear to see
indicated.
that he is not at all happy with that.
Diouf.
He made it look.
He's going to be disappointed with that.
Diouf.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Gibbs White,
Into stoppage time.
He's looking
Very
wide.
little left on it.
looking for the run,
Gibbs White.
and we're done.
Looking wide.
Well, that was
Looking
good,
for the
a
run.
terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win, and it came down to one decisive
And
moment.
we come to you now with
Messi
a quick
claiming the
request
Man
for
of the Match
support
award,
for our
and
charity
there
fund.
is...
आपको की तो ट्रेनिंग कर एक मैच और जीता डिवीजन 5 तब तो शायद रिमेन होगा 5 मैच जीतना पड़ेगा 5 3 और 15 वो डिवीजन 3 में होता है 2 में होता है
It feels a little early to be talking about promotion. Be any more straightforward. Win, and they will do it. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. India with just one principal objective. 90 minutes of action against opponents who will not give way. Oh, chance, surely! Ignori is there and he can get there. A corner. And we have our very first corner. Messi with the short one. Messi. And it's McAllister. McAllister! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Ake. Fernandez. First quarter of an hour gone. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. That's going to go a long way. Now Ignori. Mbappe did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
India, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. He's on it, can he get away? And he's in, shot a goal! And he's following up! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Van Dijk can get it clear. Here's a man in form. Little pass back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Delivered low. That is not gone. And a chance! And there's his goal! And look who it is. He leads the way. He leads the way again. That was a given. It always was.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very, but the defence made it way too easy.
India penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
They still can't get carried away.
Shoots! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Little Messi!
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Cafu. Kane. Looking for options for movement. Oh, nice touch. Nicely shaped ball. Saliba calmly anticipates. McAllister. That's an imaginative pass. And this is Gerrard. Messi. Gerrard. Great chance! Superb goal!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Number 25, Steven Gerrard.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And it's half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
Hello attendees,
The midway point of the game.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
चला एक गोल पता नहीं कैसे मार दिया उसने
Substitution for Barcelona, number 15.
अरे साला वो जीत रहा है
Coming on the field.
So off we go again.
Number 22.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
गिब्स खींचेगा ना काफी टाइम लगेगा
And that's played in low. And that is well cleared.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Fernandez. So can they find a way to turn round this deficit? Cafu is onto this, and he's managed to get free. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 13.
Games hinge on moments like this.
Mbappe. Coming on the field, number 9. Kane. Number 18. Jamal.
And he scores! Back in business! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
So again, we have parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Havertz. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, now he can run away with it. And the finish!
Hey! Again.
Dispatched clinically. Incredible! They have found their way out of a corner and landed a big blow of their own.
After 67 minutes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
India leading now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Has a look and plays it forward. Donnarumma claims comfortably. 75 minutes played. Rafinha.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Not a hint of offside here. That's really well cleared. Ball is over the line.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 25, Gerrard. Number 11, Gonzalez.
Gift it back. Now it's Kane. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Back to the keeper. India moments now away from seeing this one out. Messi receives it in a wide position. Shapes to shoot! Well taken goal. It's getting better and better. What a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Again, that's terrific movement.
There's going on here. And there's not! And maybe that deserved better.
Kane should have been played.
In behind. Now, fair chance. Across. That should be keepers, and it is. And that will be it. Up, and now they can dream. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, I think this has to be one of the sternest tests they have faced as a team. Promotion. And you have to give full credit for the way everyone responded to this. They knew how big this was, how much it meant to the team, and went and got it in the best way possible. Difficult task in planning ahead.
Memorabilia from today's match are now
Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
ये कैसे टीम करते हैं?
Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Great vision.
एक बार नीचे कौन पड़ता है यार?
Heaven calmly anticipates. Now it's Kane. Now it's Kane. That is good alertness. Nice looking ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Kane. Oh, that's fabulous. Kane just eases him off the ball.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Gibbs White, very much a player of the moment, but that has not gone well. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
Heaven cuts it out. Cafu. And here's Kane.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, just skips past his man. Oh, easy pickings there. And he's had a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! Barcelona have broken through.
Peter, this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, no joy this time.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And here's Messi. Goes back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
Now it's Messi. Havertz in acres of space out wide. Can he finish? Well taken goal. And the lead lasts no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
The movement
After
so
40
precise,
minutes
the finish
number 4.
sumptuous.
Just when they
Get
thought
right.
they may be in at one end.
In the second half. Havertz, McAllister wins the duel this time. And it's Fernandes. He's in a great position here. And a chance! And that's a tidy finish. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
India have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Chance for a shot! And that's in! And just like that, the man of the moment has his third.